That's me, getting stuck in a snow fence at the beginning of a 45-minute downhill race and getting passed by over 100 people. Not a very auspicious start to my first ever Megavalanche. Even with this crash though, I eventually finished in 8th place, which made me wonder, how would I do if I went back again with the knowledge I learned that year? Last year, I finally got to race an event I've been wanting to do for years, Megavalanche Alpe d'Huez. The Mega, as it's commonly known, is a mass start downhill race in the French Alps that starts on the Pic Blanc Glacier. It's one of the most iconic races in the world. In fact, if you have ever seen videos of people racing down a snowy slope, that was probably the Mega. And if you think the glacier looks scary in those clips, let me assure you, it is way more intimidating in real life.
Wow, that is intimidating.
Unfortunately, last year's weather didn't cooperate, and while I got to practice on the glacier, I didn't get to race it. Instead, we started at the top of the qualifiers course, and while there was still an extended section of snow, it wasn't as steep, it wasn't groomed, and it was much, much shorter. Which has left me wondering, how would things have been different if we'd raced the glacier last year? Would I have done better than my 8th place finish, or worse? My 2 practice laps certainly made me realize I'm not very comfortable descending groomed snow at 40 plus miles an hour on a mountain bike. And the reality is, whether you're comfortable on that kind of terrain or not, the glacier adds an undeniable element of luck. However, if there's one thing I've learned from years of racing mountain bikes, it's that luck favors the prepared. And since I'll be going back to the Mega this year, I want to leave as little to chance as possible. It has now been 3 weeks since it snowed, again, which is scary. People are saying it's pretty hard packed up there, possibly a little bit icy, possibly some dirt patches, which should make very good riding conditions and very terrible skiing conditions. The plan is that we are going to take the e-bikes up to our local ski area and we're gonna go try riding down the ski hill. It's a very small mountain, so it's only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which means that today, which is a Wednesday, most likely we'll have the mountain to ourselves. This is something we've actually done a couple of times already this year, and it was so much fun. It's very different riding on a ski slope that's super, super wide than it is riding on single track like we usually do. You can just go so much faster because you have really good sight lines, you're not dodging trees, but at the same time, it's very scary because you can go so fast. Sometimes you don't see variations in the terrain, and the snow conditions change from place to place, so there's a lot to it, and I think that getting comfortable riding my bike down ski slopes is gonna help a lot. Just gonna make me that much more comfortable for that glacier start at Megavalanche. Our thermostat, which is having issues, but it says that it is 47.3 degrees. So probably 10 degrees colder up there. That'd be like high 30s, possibly a little bit colder than that. So we're just gonna dress pretty warm because we're gonna be on the e-bikes.
I have grave doubts about this endeavor. I did last time and it ended up being fine. This time I think it's going to be icy. Mackie says it doesn't get icy in New Mexico, so we shall see who is right about that.
Now, I mentioned that we will be riding e-bikes today, and that's because we want to get as many laps as possible in up there. But for Megavalanche, I will not be racing on an e-bike. I will be racing my Ari LaSalle, and I mention this because my plan is that I'm going to take the wheels from this bike, put them on the e-bike. That way I have the tires that I plan on racing for Megavalanche. I have the wheels I plan on racing for Megavalanche. I want to try out the new Maxxis High Roller 3. It's the new version of the High Roller. I've heard really good things about it. I haven't had a chance to ride one yet, but it's a really good mixed conditions tire. And since at Megavalanche, you start on a glacier, you're racing down snow, then you hit a section that's like snow and dirt mixed, so it tends to be kind of muddy, a little bit rocky, there's snow patches, and then after that, you go down into like dry dirt. So that is like the definition of mixed conditions. So I think the high roller is going to be the perfect option.
Macky's wearing his Euro pants. Got that tight booty. This isn't the best angle to appreciate it, but I promise you, it's very nice. They just make the pants different over in Europe. I am noticing that there is no snow.
It's not a great sign when the base of the road to the ski area has literally no snow.
In February.
It's February, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes for really good mountain biking weather though.
It does that.
Snow.
Sort of. I feel like we could ride down like some of the mountain bike trails actually. Sort of shocking.
Let's see, possible.
Lovely. How are you feeling about this mission at this point?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, it's at Megavalanche there's the glacier and then it turns to dirt and then it goes back to snow, and it goes back to dirt. So I think going back and forth snow to dirt is actually really excellent practice.
You're such an optimist. I love you.
How are you feeling about this mission?
I'm feeling like there's a huge slab of ice over there and I was promised no large slabs of ice, but
I don't see any ice.
right there.
Oh, at the very bottom?
That's
Yeah.
absolutely ice. Alright, whatever. YOLO.
Well, this is definitely better riding conditions than the last time we were up here. Like, at this point, we were sinking in and getting stuck, and I'm having no problem staying up on top of the snow. It's pretty excellent. There are some slightly icy looking patches, but that's okay. Oh yeah, lots of traction. The conditions are excellent. They actually are.
Gurney, right up here, or has some other lunatic been riding their bikes on this? Okay. Ah! What happened to the excellent conditions I was promised? It's all ice.
Okay, I will admit Sid's right. That is definitely ice. But so far, as long as you don't ride on the ice, it's been pretty reasonable. I feel like this is actually very Megavalanche-like.
Is it?
Yeah, there are definitely like soft spots and dirt spots and
Ice slabs?
there were ice slabs,
That's good.
but I could see under certain conditions that they're I figure the more varied snow conditions I ride in, the better.
Makes sense.
Okay, this is definitely an ice slab. You're right. I'm wondering what it would be like to come down some of these ones. Oh, soft spot.
Just riding up the ski slope.
Well, this part's nice and snowy at least.
Yikes.
All right, not bad. 20 minutes to get up here. We're now at 10,350 feet of elevation.
What's the plan?
I don't know, which way do we want to go? Do we want to go to the top of Mother?
I think we should. Might
Yeah.
as well see. That, I mean, I don't want to go down the green one. That's just icy turns.
Yeah.
I might be sliding down this on my butt.
All right. Shall we?
Yeah. Oh boy. I'm gonna let Mackie find out if there's any traction whatsoever. traction thin spot below. Yep. Wow, there's no traction for shoes. Tires are a little bit better. Ah, damn. Okay. Alright. It's fine. Oh, wait. And here we have a different flavor of snow, which is squishy and slushy. It's really a grab bag of goodies out here. From hard-packed and slippery to squishy to solid ice. Just never know what you're gonna get.
Alright, this is our high point, 1,450. How's why not looking?
Sketchy.
Yeah, a little sketchy.
Okay. Here goes nothing. Alright, go ahead. Go ahead. Do your thing. Acton's worried about me. For good reason. Okay, Acton, this is fine. This is totally fine. We're fine. We're not fine. Fine, we're fine. We're fine. Oh God, there's a dude! Woo! Okay. Okay. It was fine.
Yeah, that seemed good.
Just don't know when there's gonna be a oh my God. Alright, now that we've got one foot out, we're just gonna roll with that. Woohoo! Oh! God, that keeps going fast. Whew.
Okay, surprisingly good traction actually. Let's see if I can get a shot of Sid. It's actually surprisingly good traction.
Fine,
Yeah.
Then there's like you'll hit something that's not fine.
Yeah, there's like soft sections.
I almost ate it at the top with that like hole.
Yeah.
Like, you just missed it, but I was in it. There's a large boulder right here. Avoid that. I did not know. Ooh, another hole. Not hit the holes.
Okay, so far there's been better traction than expected. But in my experience, this section tends to be a little more slippery.
I'm skeptical of this part. I'm just getting thrown all the way over here. Oh, Jesus. Fine. Cut off the brakes. It's easier. Oh, it's so bumpy. It's so crunchy. Alright, now I'm having problems. Oh, this is why I'm not racing Megavalanche, guys. Flashback to this. Last slide slope. Thank you.
Not bad. How's the turn? Okay, also pretty good.
Woo! All good practice. It's soft down here. Now we don't need to worry about messing it up for the skiers because there's no way they're skiing down this.
Okay, looking a little icy down here. Oh yeah, that's pure ice. Pure ice. What do you think?
I didn't enjoy that last part. I definitely hit some ice under the snow and it was like fully sideways.
Yeah, there's definitely like in and out, it's very variable conditions. Like you're riding and there'd be like a super soft spot and then there'd be a hard spot and then there'd be some grass and then there'd be a rock and terrible skiing conditions, obviously, but fairly good Megavalanche practice conditions. So I'm happy. I think we should go do another lap. Wow, even between last lap and this lap, which was only like 30 minutes ago, it is definitely softer just with the sun on it. I guess that explains why it's, well, everything is melting and refreezing and there's so many dirt patches. Well, I overestimated how cold it would be, and I'm definitely quite warm. My computer says it's 43 degrees, which that could be possible. It does feel pretty warm.
Macky's mired in a snowdrift over there. You made it out.
What was that?
I'm just saying you were stuck in a soft patch.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is our run.
You're gonna do this?
I think it's, I mean, it's the easiest one. That's why it has the easiest sign.
That's for people with skis, but okay, sure. I'm game.
Yeah.
I want to be the cool wife. So are we going to the top though?
Yeah. Okay. Start up there. Oh, it's a little slippery, guys. I slid out. And then, okay, let's see if I can get going again.
Macky slid out back there and is having a time trying to get started on the ice.
Okay, good. Whew. Oh no, another slippy out spot. Come on. Sid's doing way better on this than I am. I think that these tires, the high roller 3s, are really good for like mud and soft snow, but on hard pack, because they got fairly tall knobs, they just, like, if it's truly hard pack, they can't bite into anything.
I do think being lighter is an advantage for riding on ice, and also for the power that you get from the e-bike. Did you get stuck?
Yeah, a couple times. I think these tires...
Sure we should go down this?
That's a fair point.
Ooh, I just fell over standing up.
But I think these tires, because the knobs are they're pretty spiky,
Yeah.
they're really good if it's soft or muddy or like mixed terrain, but anything that's truly hard pack, it just can't bite into it.
So if it's hard pack for Megavalanche, would you not do a high roller then? You'd do something else?
I don't
Depends
know.
what the rest is like.
And I'm not sure that it ever is truly hard pack, because they groom it every night.
Yeah.
And that kind of like chews up the snow and makes it
I think the audio in this is not going to be fantastic.
Okay, let's see. We're hitting the brakes. Okay, there's some traction. It's not quite as traction-y as the other side that we just did, but that has a lot more solar gain.
I'll be honest, I don't feel great about this one because it's a lot more hard packed, which is scarier than what we were on earlier. Oh, that traction's okay though. We're just gonna, you know, creep along safely. Okay, not bad. Okay.
There's actually some traction. Yeah, it's not so bad. Oh, not there though. Oh, no traction, no traction, no traction, no traction. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, whew. Okay, that was scary. Whew. I know I missed it. I missed the turn. I figured I couldn't really make it in control.
Don't know about this. Easiest. Haha. That's cute.
Easiest.
It is funny how easy this kind of stuff would be on skis and how like utterly frightening it is on the bicycle. Or even just how easy this would be if it were dirt. Okay, this is all right then.
Okay, punching through a little bit here and there. Slow down at all. Slow down.
I am not enjoying this. It's literally just straight on the brakes. I need a break. I need a break. Oh.
All right, here comes Sid. It's looking good. You got this! Nice!
My brakes are literally smoking.
You could smell them? Wow.
Well, that was entertaining, but I feel quite happy about my decision to not race Megavalanche.
It was interesting conditions for sure.
It is kind of funny, like, if it were dirt, even if it were just like a pile of rubbly rocks, which is what it is in the summer, like, I would go so much faster. But because it's white and slippery.
The steeper part, it was actually sunny, and so it had a little bit more traction, but the part right above it, like from the top down to there, was just enough in shadow that it was a little bit icy on the top, and that part was a little bit scary.
The traction was good, but I was scared to come off my brakes because I was afraid then when I needed to slow down again, I would just immediately bite it.
Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss next week's video, where I continue my Megavalanche preparation by racing the Glorietta Enduro, and Sid takes on her first Enduro race in almost 2 years with some surprising results.
I just want to have fun and ride my bike and stay out of my own head.
We'll see you then, and in the meantime, don't forget to be more awesome.